Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens. I'm Megan.
I'm Kelly.
This is episode 42. You might get to see a little fucking rage here in a minute because the two of them going, there were two, now there's just one. The neighbors are having their lawn stuff. It's been all morning. One neighbor had it done and another neighbor had it done, and there ought to be like a fucking limit on like how long.
many.
Like, how about you do it all? Bang it all out.
The thing is that the actual lawn mowing noise isn't as bad as the leaf blowing.
Why is it's not a leaf blower. It's a weed whacker.
Well, I saw them out there with a leaf blower.
It's a weed whacker and the fucking leaf blower. Look, all I know. Okay, look. And if you're new,
swears.
A lot of foul language.
Especially the more ramped up we are.
A lot of fucking rage today with the noise outside, and it won't go away. So we've replaced. This is all spring and summer long, and most of fall. But at least the kids are back in school now, so it's not the constant fall display. Pig, which Kelly thought was a fucking mouse.
Okay, you need to look at this and tell me. Don't look at the nose. Look at it from the side. When I walked in the side, it looked like a fucking mouse.
Why would I have a giant mouse?
I don't know, because people like mice.
It's my fall pig.
But it doesn't look like it until you look at the nose, and then it's got the pig nose.
This is my temporary display for today because this is for inside. But you put Halloween stuff here, and it's not out yet. So, and those of you that are Halloween and fall haters, tune the fuck out, because look, it's Halloween time.
Then you might as well just not. You might as well. I have to get something. You might as well. I have
people. I love it. Like Joanne, hello Joanne. The other day, she put up her fall stuff and just threw the Halloween stuff right in. Halloween has really come a long way since like when we were little and like mom put up like six decorations, and now it's like people have started.
It is Halloween.
They have jewelry.
The second largest retail holiday next to Christmas, obviously.
They've had the Halloween candy,
and that was like
4th of July.
5 years ago. And I think Halloween, if I heard correctly, it surpassed Christmas.
Well, it might, because Halloween can be anybody. Christmas is generally a Christian
the holidays,
holiday.
I think they're kind of clued
but yeah, my sparkly pen. So I've got my, pardon the lipstick, I got my witchy woman mug out.
Oh, look at you.
I have a fall one, but I couldn't reach it. Oh. I think it's like fall as fuck, it says, or something. I forget. But I couldn't reach it. So I just grabbed the first few out of the cupboard that I could reach without having to get on the step stool, because look, I'm not trying to get hurt again before vacation.
No.
So I'm just trying to take it easy.
So,
I can't.
You brought up an interesting point. It's fall. I have not decorated for fall yet.
Well, technically it's still summer for like 3 more weeks. But
if you go by the actual calendar.
Well, like when March 1st hits, to me that's spring.
Right.
And then when September 1st hits, it's the Burr months. And it's my favorite
the Burr
quarter of the year.
So
September, October, November, December are my favorite of the year.
Yeah.
I love all things fall, cooler temps.
Oh my God. I love not sweating as soon as I get out of the effing shower.
Yeah. Today I was actually cold this morning. Well, I had a tank top and shorts on because I was in my pajamas.
Never cold. You just wait till you hit menopause.
But, usually I'm warm. But I was like frigid. I had to jack the heat up. I jacked the water temperature up in the back.
Oh, I thought you meant the heater. We have not turned the heat on in my house. We're not turning it on.
Typically in the shower, because like the pipes aren't very low into the ground, the water pipes.
Well, neither are ours.
In the summer, like you turn the tap water on and it's like fucking warm.
That'll tell you that's because they didn't put them down far enough, like 6 feet.
They're not very deep. But now they're getting, like this morning, the water, I was like, I couldn't get it warm enough. I was like, okay, look, I had to crank the fucking thing to get, because it's cool at night. It's in the 50s last night.
I know, it's beautiful.
I know, I love it, but I can't take a cold shower.
So you
when it's cold.
Brought up 2 interesting points with what you've just said. So the first one, let's tackle, and then we'll get to the second one. The first one is, you talked about fall, and people think it's October, Halloween already, and the kids are back to school, and all that good stuff. I saw a meme that spoke to me yesterday like no other meme has ever spoken.
The wind whispered, put up your Halloween decorations?
No. It says, actual Mother's Day, start of the school year.
Oh,
actual Mother's Day with the flowers and the gifts. This is actually Mother's Day, and that I agreed with. When
I can't.
Well, it'll just add to it. It adds to the campiness.
I know.
So then,
if those of you that are watching are as fucking annoyed as I am, I do apologize.
It's kind of my fault.
The thing is, too, the lawns are fucking small. I mean, they're small. Like, what are you doing out there for fucking 45 minutes?
Because they're just blowing it.
I can't.
They're just blowing it. They just blow it to blow it.
Rage.
Well, we'll be done. I mean, it'll be done soon.
Someday I'm going to win the lottery. I'm going to have acres upon acres upon acres.
And then you won't have to mow it?
Fucking thing besides fucking birds. And that'll piss me off.
Do you want me to go outside and tell him to stop?
No.
I'm full of some rage today. So at any
I
rate,
didn't have the rage till this started.
So
and
the actual
can't.
Mother's Day, they are saying, is the first day of school. Whatever that is. For some of you, it's in August. Others, it's the day after Labor Day. And then the second thing you brought up was when we were younger, I saw this today. So when we were younger, do you remember Mom telling us to put the cream rinse in when we used the Flex shampoo, or
conditioner,
also
yes,
known
cream
as
rinse.
conditioner, but it said cream rinse on the bottle.
Yeah.
When we washed our hair, then to run cold water, or she used to, when we were really little, like put our heads back and run cold water on it to finish it.
Yeah.
How many other people out there are doing that?
I want to point out that because I was the youngest and therefore I usually got my bath last, and this one being the oldest, sometimes had to help me with that. And so you would give me, I would either have cold water or to save the nights you got your shower last, to save the hot water. No matter what, I got the fucking shit end of the stick here, because this whore would fucking wash and rinse my hair with cold water.
Well, but it says it's good for you.
I mean,
so,
a 6-year-old doesn't fucking care about if their hair is shiny
when
or
your
not.
hair is long. So this is
Look.
what I saw today. It said, who else knows this secret? And is it really a secret? That was the end result of what I saw.
But the cream into the
How
cold
many
water.
using the cold water on your hair at the end to close the cuticle
my hair today.
makes it healthy, and it like locks in, I guess, whatever the conditioner
I don't
cream rinse
know.
did. But so you all need
Tori,
to write
are
into
you watching
you
Tori?
need to
Is this
write into
true?
us and tell us
Tori is a
if you do,
stylist.
if
I'd
you
like to
do
know.
that. If you do that, and if you believe it.
I don't fucking do it. I'm not
I
ending
do
my
it.
shower with cold water on myself. We
I
keep
do.
our house
well,
cold.
in the shower,
so
you can just like lean back.
No, I'm not. There's no cold water.
So those are my two things. I have more, but I want to thank my friend, sorority sister Robin, for
It's
sending
backwards.
me.
You have to read it to them. It's
Okay, you
backwards.
read it.
I can't fucking read it from here. It's backwards. ThunderCon Thursday. Oh, that's nice. I was not prepared for that. There it is.
So
There it is.
my friend,
Although when you sent me a picture of them, I
Right.
did say Thursday was my favorite.
yeah, my friend Robin and sorority sister sent me these. They were a surprise in the mail with the little card that said, when I saw these, I thought of you. I don't know if to take that as an insult or as
I think it's as a compliment.
No,
I mean,
I'm only
and
kidding.
they're fucking sparkly. I mean, it's like a
I know.
win-win here.
I'm only kidding.
It's a
I
win-win.
absolutely know that it was a compliment, because Robin, like me, has a foul mouth. And I want to put out there, Robin Blackburn, written a book. She's in last revisions of it. Want to put it out there. It's a fictional book. I'm not sure all what it's about, but I want to applaud her.
Applauding. Good job.
Because she wrote a book. I mean, I think that's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
She's been working on it, and she, from what I understand, is on the last revision of it.
I was told multiple times I should write a book because, in case you
Yeah.
haven't noticed, I've got some fucking stories to tell.
Well, hers is fiction. Yours would be nonfiction.
Well, I mean, I would have to call it fictional. Change names and identifying features. But I had 3 chapters started on my old
Okay.
laptop.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson to you to fucking back your shit up, because when my laptop shit the bed, there went my 3 chapters.
You should have. Yeah.
I didn't have it backed up. I just didn't. I don't even know. And so I just don't have it in me to
Just
to
do
fucking-
bullet points and you'll go back and write it.
someday. I don't know.
There's only 3, so start at chapter
I'd rather just
4.
tell the story.
So start at chapter 4.
No,
Oh, okay.
I just.
Well, anyhow.
There weren't any kind of order.
So here's the funny thing. So
Okay.
Robin sent these to me, and the day that these arrived in the mail, I had a package all wrapped up and addressed
Knock
for
my-
her.
knock my cup. What do you know?
It was really
How
weird.
serendipitous is that?
Really weird.
There's my big word for the day.
Serendipitous. Synergy. What's synergy? Is synergy kind of like that?
No.
Synergy is like
Synergy's like energy.
energy going, like ongoing
Yes.
energy.
Something like that. Oh, I don't know why this made me think of it, but thank you, all of you that pointed out that North Ireland, it's the fucking people out here getting their lawnmowers
I thought somebody
packed up
fell.
now and shit. And look, I can't. And they always park on the side of our house. I can't. Northern Ireland is the other.
Yes.
So last week after we were done filming, and Joe had come home. If you remember, Kelly had to go let him in because the door was locked. He didn't have his keys. We did a rewatch, and I had a little bit more to drink with him while he was watching because the bottle of wine wasn't enough. And he pointed out that it was Northern Ireland.
Yeah, I didn't
and
know
then,
that.
And then I had and thank you, Sarah Henry, for that, and Leonora and Michael all reached out to let me know it was Northern Ireland, which I think I knew. I forget.
Well, here, at the risk of sounding really stupid, which
don't do it.
I do anyhow. Of
We
course,
already do. I know. Don't
I know.
do it.
I didn't realize that Northern Ireland in Southern Ireland, whatever it's called, just Ireland.
Ireland. It's just Ireland.
I didn't realize they were. I know they're all one island, but I actually thought they were all the same. I didn't realize it was two different countries.
You've heard of, like,
really.
the Protestants and the Catholics.
I have,
and the IRA
but
and
I
all the
didn't
things.
realize that it was two distinct countries. I thought, I know the battles, I know the history, I know whatever, a little bit of history. I didn't realize they were two distinct countries.
Joe had to tell
I
me
didn't do
about
well in history. Well, I did well in history, but it was social studies.
Geography. Fuck geography.
Well,
I gotta
geography.
look at a map. I'm like, look. I don't
Geography.
know. We were one because we have BritBox, and it's all we fucking watch because I fucking love it.
BritBox.
Their TV, their cop shows, I feel like they're better than ours. Also because I don't know how real it is and how not real. Like we watch Law and Order, I'm like, that wouldn't fucking happen. I mean, some of it's just like, you don't just barge into the police station. I know because we've been to our police station.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we sent the police pizza yesterday.
Oh, you did? Did you hear back?
No, well, I didn't give our name, but
so it just shows up. Are you sure they're even eating it? Like if random things just
well,
showed
the last
up.
time I called to make sure that they arrived, and the lady told me yes. Yesterday, the guy called to say I'm something like I'm outside. I dropped. There's a little bit of a language barrier there. I dropped off the pizza or something. I'm here, and I'm like, well, I'm not there. Like we sent the pizza.
Right, it's a gift
to the police. And they asked for a name, so I always give what's his name's name, but I don't.
Hopefully, he's still employed there.
He is. Joe looked it up. Our contact. But I know we don't give our name. If they wanted it bad enough, I'm sure they could figure out who it was. But we used to, since the issue with the neighbors, we started quarterly because we were so thankful for their help.
Yeah.
That quarterly we were sending them lunch or whatever. Yesterday we sent it late in the day, so the late shift would get it because usually we send it like at noonish. This way we send it like the office is only open till 4 o'clock.
You have to alternate the
so we sent
shifts.
it at 4, so it was later in the day. So maybe there might have been a little left for the 6 o'clock shift to come on. But the thing is that someone has to be there to receive it. So otherwise, we're going.
Well, don't they knock on the door? Like I'm sure, like the receptionist isn't there, but I'm sure
I don't know
somebody
how
would
it works.
like let the pizza people.
I don't know. But so unlike Law and Order, like when I think I've even told this before when I was talking about the Turkish guy we did at the police station. Like you go and you open the door and you walk into a hallway.
Oh yeah.
And it's there's an elevator that you have to have like a key code or something to get onto.
For security, yeah. There's
another door that's like it's an interview room that's just locked and there's no window. There's nothing. There's just a fucking hallway. And then at the end of it, there's a woman behind plexiglass or probably like bulletproof glass and like a wall of files behind her. They're just out there fucking idling. It's like they know. Anyway, so but like if you watch like Law and Order, people just bust on into the fucking police station and walk on in and like it's not. If that really exists somewhere, I don't know where.
Watch a lot.
We live in a smaller town. It doesn't happen here.
I don't watch a lot of those police shows like Law and Order or whatever. But when I have watched it, they like bust right in. Like there they are. There's like a desk. There's no. I mean, it's kind of like what's that show that Dad liked? Andy Griffith, where you walk into the police station and there's like one desk and a lady sitting there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it looks like on these shows. And then they go upstairs to where their desks are. It's always the old looking desks too. They all have those like old beat up desks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nobody, like I'm like somebody's walking up to give a confession or something. Nobody walks into the police office and then up to the
then like the people who were like being interviewed are there, or like the victims right there. It's the dramatization for TV. It is what it is, but I feel so when we're watching the British ones, it's different. So I don't know if it's how real or not.
Someone has to let us know.
But
if that's real.
It's the language. I mean, like Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, and the wee donkey too.
The wee donkey.
The wee donkey. I'm fucking stuck on the wee donkey too. And I try to work it into at least one conversation a day. Which isn't that difficult because I used to say Jesus, Mary, and Joseph anyway. And when I was teaching, I would say that under my breath. And then when I heard a kid say it, I was like, oh, I gotta redirect this. And I just changed it to Mary and Joseph, which I could still do because Mary and Joseph and their wee donkey too. It still works. And I had a new word. So Michelle and Michael both send me, they both send like word of the day things. I generally watch it like right after I wake up or like right when I'm going to bed and then I forget it. And today was, oh shit. I can't remember. It was like twat and something else mixed together.
Twat waffle?
No, it was something else, and I can't.
Twat waffle's
look.
a good word.
I can't look though. But it was like when twat's not enough and something else isn't enough, and it was like twat waffle, but not twat waffle. I have to look it up. I need to start writing them the fuck down. I need to go back and just write them down because a lot of them are really good, and I feel like I should also incorporate those into my.
Yeah. Now, does someone say them, like pronounce them?
Yes. Well, one is a chicken. They show a chicken like talking, but it's not really. I mean, it's whatever, and it's like. Whatever with a chicken voice? No, it's like a regular voice or a British voice or like an old woman or some shit. I don't know. And then there's the guy that you sent me, but I don't from Instagram.
Oh, he's an actor. He was on their version of like American Idol or one of those shows.
They have a UK version of The Office.
Oh no.
Fuck?
Wait, you're late to the show. So that started first.
Oh,
the British one,
so
and
ours
then
was
we're
second. Now I've seen episodes, but it was not one that I've watched. But Joe has mentioned that he might want to start watching it because there's a lot of references to. Oh my god! Did we talk about the Ted Lasso last week?
Oh yeah, that is the fourth season. Yeah.
Mind. Okay,
If you weren't drinking the whole bottle of wine,
that is not it. I mean, day to day, I don't remember shit. It all runs together. Shit that I've talked about. Probably repeated myself on here.
I always repeat myself
1,000 times. But I'm very excited. Obviously, I'm very excited about the Ted Lasso.
Speaking of not remembering things, this is not even alcohol induced.
You don't drink.
Yeah. I lost. I put my jewelry in something before I went on vacay, and I can't find it. I have pretty much scoured everything. I reorganized my basement.
I've seen your bedroom and bathroom cupboards. Just when I thought I was fucking disorganized, you're like a whole new level.
No, I'm organized.
I can tell you. I can tell you this
right where things
drawer
are.
And this drawer and the
well, they're not jewelry boxes.
Like in a fucking mound under the sink.
Makeup isn't a mound. I have to go through it.
It was really astonishing to see.
But the jewelry is. I mean, go ahead, rob my house. I have one jewelry box, which I have.
You have multiple, like,
no, but then I have a
jewelry
shoe
over
box.
here and silver over here. And
I have a shoe box.
It's all in the shoe box. Look for the shoe box.
Yeah, look for the shoe box. But now it's no longer going to be in a shoe box.
I hope you didn't throw your shoe box away.
No, I always look at boxes before I throw them out.
Okay, look now because I do too, and I threw away shoes in a fucking box. In the box.
But I haven't thrown any boxes out since before we went to Tennessee.
I've thrown away at least one pair of shoes that was still in the box. I might have been two.
Don't you lift it and say, gee, this is heavy. Let me open it up and see what's in there?
$250 worth of stamps, all in the same fucking week, probably the same day. And this is why now if I have I have hands full, like one of trash and one to like go file, I put the file down and then I go throw away whatever I'm throwing away and I come back to the go file or whatever.
Well,
and I threw away diamonds last year. I don't know that I told
Were they chips?
Story.
They were chips. I mean, not that it makes it any different, right, but it wasn't like a 3-carat laying around.
I lost so the little stones in my bands are from Joe's mom's and grandmom's rings.
Well, I'm actually hot.
And I know it's warm out here, but the controller's over there if you want to go grab the thing for the fan. She'll be right back. Oh, watch yourself. So I lost a stone in the band, and so I called our jeweler friend, and hang on, remote control, let me turn on the fan. Oh, you might have to do it for your angle. I'm blocked. The power button is here.
Excuse
me. You have to aim it at it. You might have to stand up because the bin is, because I've got fucking Halloween bins sitting around. I thought I felt a breeze.
Oh, wait, it was on.
Oh. So you can hit the oscillate. Give it to me, I'll hit the oscillate. It's the two arrows that go side by side. You've pointed at it. Sorry, folks. Okay. Look. We got a heat wave out here. Anyway, okay, so we had a little envelope where we had originally gone to the jeweler and taken out all of the stones from his mom and grandmom's rings to make my rings and just whatever. So we had this little brown envelope with all the little diamond chips in it. So when I lost one, I sent the whole little brown envelope, right? Little brown envelope. I sent it with my mother to the jeweler, who we know and trust, so she could choose one that fit correctly. I just a little bit and put it in, and then it came back to me, and was
via our mother. It's not like she mailed it back.
No, my mom brought it back, and I remember it. It was last year. It was right after Labor Day. It was like this week. It was like today. It was right after Labor Day, and I put it down on the fucking coffee table, and I remember because my ring had been wrapped in tissue paper. So when I got the little envelope back, I stuffed. It was chaotic. Mom and Dad were here, and Dad's showing me zucchini and tomatoes from the thing, and Mom was going to do something, so I just put it down. No, I'm not saying it was her fault. It was chaotic at the time.
Chaotic.
I unwrapped my ring. I put it on. I stuffed the tissue into the envelope with the little Ziploc baggie of diamonds inside. Put it on the coffee table, and then when I was cleaning up, I picked up the little envelope, and I looked in it. Oh, yeah, the tissue, it's trash. And I threw it the fuck away.
It's like nauseating.
I mean, it was, and so I remember, because it doesn't feel like it was a year ago, and it was a fucking year ago. We were at your house having dinner like a day later, 2 days later, and we're sitting
like,
there,
hits ya.
and Joe was like, "What happened? What'd you do to that little envelope with the diamonds?" And I was like, "I gave it to you. You put it in the safe." And I remembered picking it up and looking at it, and I'm like, "Please, Christ, tell me I did not throw the fucking thing away." And I absolutely threw it away.
And trash had already come.
Oh yeah,
Like trash day.
yeah. Trash comes Wednesday and Friday. So if it didn't go Wednesday, it went fucking Friday that week. I mean, it was long.
I don't know
gone.
where I put this box, but I've hidden things. Like I hid something of Patrick's that was very valuable before we went away. Not that we live in a bad neighborhood, we don't, and we have, an alarm system, all those good things, but it was something that I just felt like didn't need to be
New flavor.
hidden. I mean, didn't need to be left out for, everybody in the world. So I hid it. And I couldn't find it for about a year. And then lo and behold, we found it.
Well, I'm sure your box is somewhere in the house.
Behind dishes.
Oh, I remember that. I mean,
Behind
you don't hide a
dishes.
shoebox behind dishes, I'm sure. But
And then I had some cash, and we had people in the house. They were painting, like, the entire house. And we're not cash people. Meanwhile, I'm telling all my business, so now I'm going to have,
Right.
like, people rummaging through my things.
go, right?
So
Here you go.
I had cash in my purse, and someone had just given one of my children a gift, and the checks were
cash
cashed.
gift.
Yeah, checks were cashed, and I had it, and I was like, well, I'm not getting to the bank yet. Let me hide this, and because we're having closets painted and all that stuff. So I hid it. Couldn't find it. Now this is what happens. A, with menopause, you start to lose the memory, and B, when you're multitasking, I'm finding not
you
just with losing-
multitask a lot, I've noticed.
I know,
and
but
then you don't retain.
and then I can't. But I'm trying to do, like, people want to know, like, early on with the health issues of my child and things, like how I just, like, even maintain taking a shower. Example, just like multitask, like you just like this is when he was really little, and like it just, at any rate, I find that I multitask a lot to get things done so that they're done. I think we all do, but maybe mine's, I don't know, bad, but so my brain is not focusing. But the point of this is that the cash was found when my cleaning lady moved one of my bedroom chairs, and she was vacuuming the cushions, and I had hid it underneath one of the cushions.
Thank God Sophia is an honest woman.
No, I love her. She's phenomenal. She's in
I don't
Poland.
recommend the pineapple.
She's in Poland right now. I really miss her. You don't like the pineapple? It doesn't taste tropical?
No, the coconut pineapple's better. Don't waste your time.
Oh. So, at any rate, I cannot find this box. I've ripped the house apart,
sure you
except
will
for
find
2
it.
places. I have not gone to
probably in one of
task on
those 2
that.
places.
But it does help you organize some things, because I'm, like, cleaning out areas and
Yeah,
organizing.
but you're throwing away a bunch of shit, so maybe like it got
No, I've
thrown away.
opened everything, and
Oh,
some of
okay.
it is Patrick's, and what he doesn't want. Like, we have empty boxes sitting around the house, like, because he has collections of things. We have the empty boxes
rid of the
upstairs. I'm like, what? And in his closet, I'm like, what? Why? What? Do you need this box? So now I'm sending him pictures of empty boxes. Do you need this box? Do you need this box? No, but there is one Lego box that he made us keep because there was a misprint on it.
And so it's worth something.
It's worth something, because then they corrected it and started making, corrected it and printed
right.
it the right way. So that box, and it's a huge box. At any rate, I don't know. But while we're on the topic of things, so
That has nothing to do with anything.
I know, but I just
Speaking of things,
speaking
totally
of things,
unrelated.
look at these
my
I
God.
bought today. Well, we were talking about cash. I thought of them. These are the new stamps, the post office
They're
stamps.
fun.
Look at the back.
They look like pins
they're
or buttons, depending on what you call them.
Well, they're not buttons, because I call
But some
buttons.
people
The
call
guy said
pins
pins
buttons. I call it
know.
a pin,
But
and people call
see,
them buttons.
they have the pin. I don't know if you can see it because the sun's shining through, but see, they have
I can see it. If I can see it, I can see
like a button, like a pin.
it. Like a pin. Like like when you go to the polls and they give you a fucking pin. Now they give you stickers.
Yeah, I like a sticker. So yeah. Oh, and then can we just talk about? I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the really cold temperature.
Oh.
I'm tired of being the pool bitch.
Although I'm thoroughly enjoying the hot tub, still got
Yeah.
the neck. It's just get down there and
I'm
soak
tired
my
of it. It's being closed, I think, next week or 2 weeks. I'm still waiting for them to get back to me with a date.
Sean said you could be up until October, so I was pretty psyched.
No.
I mean,
No, we're
for the
not.
hot tub portion of it.
I'm done being the pool bitch. And here's
Mm.
why. I am done taking out voles, moles, mice, bees. We've talked about all these things.
Well, currently, you have
now currently we have a snake living in the skimmer basket where you take the top off. You know that round thing that's on the deck of your
Have you
pool?
gotten it yet?
Oh, well, you were there the one day. No, it came back.
I know you were chasing it with the skimmer, so I don't know.
Well, no, not the
She
skimmer.
tossed it out and screamed.
I
while she did it.
actually,
It flew
first
into
of
the
all,
tree.
first of all, it's
and then
not-
she chased it with the fucking skimmer on the
So
ground.
it's not any wider than my finger, okay? Excuse the fingernail. It's not any wider, but it's long, probably like this long when it stretches out. So I think it's probably like this year's baby. And it's not a gardener. Someone told me it's a gardener. I'm actually like, no, I think there's another gardener snake. It's not one of those. Not that I know my snakes, but I do know my wildlife, and I'm like,
I know copperhead and I know rattlesnake because they're dangerous, and I should know them.
That doesn't look like a gardener snake when I was looking at it, because what it's doing
Gardener
is
snakes are black.
the skimmer basket. No, they're like they have like they're like brownish and stuff.
Oh,
like
it's been a while.
they're
I
like
know.
multicolored.
Do you know if you cut it in half, it goes both pieces still move? In case you've never killed a snake, I'm preparing you in case you have to kill the snake.
I'm sure our viewers are going to be really upset at that. It's hostile to animals.
It might be hostile, but most people are not snake lovers.
No.
Fuck
Here's
it.
the thing. I don't have any time for snakes or skunks, so we're just done with those.
Or mice. Look, I can't with some things.
So anyhow, I open up the skimmer basket. This has been like 5 times now, 5 days. Open it up. There's the snake. And it's not in the basket. It's in like the crevice around. There's like a small little like, and it's amazing what they can fit into.
It's
Squeeze
amazing.
themselves
Great.
into.
I'm not going to sleep tonight.
I'm
not
like,
fucking sleep
oh
tonight.
my God. So I take the lid off and it crawls back in, and I quick stick my hand out, pull the basket out, and dump the leaves. And then I stick it back in. Well, I'm done with that, because like now I have dreams that it's coming in my house. I don't even
Well,
know.
what about the fucking Instagram video you sent me? I saw the fucking gigantic snake in the
we'll
guy's
get
pool.
to that. We'll get to that.
Fuck, this guy went in after it.
I found that after.
What kind of snake was that? That was the killing
That
kind
was
of
a
snake.
boa or
It will like wrap
python.
around and fucking
In
kill
Florida,
you
in Florida.
or will fucking bite you and kill you
In Florida.
instantly. I mean,
I
the
don't
thing
know if
was.
they bite; they strangle
Look,
you.
the guy went right in after.
Okay,
I
at
can't.
any rate.
I can't.
So obviously my phone has heard me talking about the snake because that popped up. But so the other day they're over, and this is like now the 4th day I'm fighting with this snake. So I'm like, fuck this shit. So I take the lid off, it's there, but it starts to crawl down in the basket. I'm like, God damn it. And then it swims out a little bit into the pool, which I didn't tell you because it didn't go straight out. And then it comes back in and it starts crawling up the side. So I grab it by its tail. Now, let's side note here. I know that it's not a gardener snake because the first time I saw it, I'm like, ooh, this doesn't look like a gardener snake that I learned about. This has like a thin orangish yellow ring around its neck. So instantly I have pause. I'm like, oh my God, is this a poisonous snake? This is not a gardener snake. And what is going on with this? And then the flip side of the snake is orangish yellow and more on the orange side. It's very bright. I'm like, whoa, Nelly, what is this? So that was the first day I saw it. So then I go in, do a little Google search, and it is called a orange bellied something. At any rate, it says it is not a venomous snake to humans. I'm like, fuck that noise. Why is it me always with the animals in my yard? So
they're in the pool.
Well, this is in the pool. Well, some of them aren't. I mean,
you have that mammoth groundhog jumping around out there. Look.
So at any rate, I grab it by its tail and I go to swing it, and it's moving as I'm, I wanted to really throw it far, like into the backwoods of my house.
You threw it into the tree.
It hit the tree.
Went into the branches of the tree
and fell back down onto the grass, probably like 3 feet from me, and then I couldn't find it. You saw me. I was looking.
PETA people, I apologize for her. I mean, look, I would have done the same thing though.
You wouldn't want it crawling up your leg while you're in the pool.
I would have had to have killed it, I think. Look, some things I can't.
Anyhow,
I can't.
So today I went to the pool, and it's not there right now. Or it's gotten smart, and it's like hiding every time I take the lid off.
I have to rethink the hot tub.
I've had it. No, the hot tub, you can see what's in there.
I have to give it a thorough look over before I get in.
I've had it with the wildlife in my backyard. Although I really like it, because I feel like we have not damaged, nature. I am over it. I'm over it.
I saw a dead fox yesterday, and normally I see a dead fox, I get very upset. There's usually
you have it. You have
the
the hostilities,
right? And so my first thought was, fuck you, fox, fuck you. I can't with the fucking baby bunnies. I can't.
The fuck you, fox.
Fuck you, fox. I mean, I was like, yeah.
Did you yell out, "You got what you deserve"?
I thought it.
Was it around here?
No, it wasn't even. It was not. I was not our local fox. But
Oh.
just in general. It just look.
Well, and then we have deer that we didn't have in our yard for a long time. I guess they're now.
We went for a walk in the cemetery last night, and there were tons of deer.
Yeah. Oh.
I love the cemetery. We're not the only one. There's a ton of people that are walking around out there. It's quiet.
These deer are
Not a lot
kind
of
of
traffic.
These deer are kind of ballsy because they come right up to our front door because I have 2 urns of flowers, and they ate the flowers off. So Mom, with her green thumb, because I don't have a green thumb, I try just to water them every day. The green thumb that Mom has, she's like, this was a couple weeks ago. She's like, oh, this is good. She's like, those damn deer ate your flowers off, but it's okay because they need to be deadheaded anyhow. So she came back over Labor Day. My son and patience are huge now in my urns
From being
because the
deadheaded by the
deer
deer? Oh.
deadheaded them. In
Right,
fact,
I
they
did
have
not
more
have deer in
blooms
my
on them
neighborhood.
now than they did before. But the deer coming to my then I picture with the deer that close to my front door because it's literally like 2 feet. Well, I do have the house sprayed for ticks, like the outside the bushes, but what I'm afraid that they're gonna come in the window. Like, have you ever seen those deer? They get like spooked and they come in like a window. They like
I don't think that's gonna happen.
they come crashing in through people's windows.
Last week, the issue I have with our squirrels. We have very aggressive squirrels.
You do.
And they cling to the fucking screens and tear them up. And if I'm sitting by the fucking screen, like,
They know
it's
it.
terrifying. Like, all of a sudden something's moving and it's this fucking squirrel clinging to the fucking screen outside the window. So last week on our local Facebook page for our community, a couple weeks ago, this woman was like, "Look, I have these fucking squirrels." She didn't fucking. I have these squirrels that are like tearing apart my screens. Like, what do I do? And
They
then
are
other people were
aggressive.
commenting. And then of course you had like certain people like, "Oh, there's just squirrels will be squirrels." Okay. And then you had people like, "Use this kind of screen." And then you had other people that were like, "Look, these beasts like tore up my fucking cushions on my porch." Oh, I got eyelash in my eye.
Why are they tearing up the cushions for? There's not even food in them.
I don't know. We don't leave our cushions outside. We only take them out to use like when we're. Pardon me. Well, eyelash in my eye. We only take them out to use like when we're
Fucking squirrels.
sitting in the squirrels here. I mean, the squirrels ate our shed roof, and Dad got a piece of metal.
Which is plastic, right?
It's like a plastic. It's like a plastic shed. Yeah.
Did they eat it or just gnawed it to get into something?
They gnawed the shit out of the entire top of the roof.
That needed to be.
They did it like to sharpen their shit or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. And so Dad got this giant piece of metal and like bent it, and then like somehow got it onto the shed roof. And so now we have this like ghetto shed. It's like half fucking chewed up and shit. The metal topper and
Dad is like the Bill Murray with the groundhogs and the rabbits. He loves the rabbits, but he's like Bill Murray in Caddyshack, like the way he
Hunting
did
the-
his garden to get the.
well, because otherwise everything gets eaten.
But then one jumped in or like came around the side.
well,
like
the rabbits will
got in.
hop. I mean, look. So we had a ton of cherry tomatoes. We have tons. So I picked like a whole colander full the other day. So then I saw PT Joe yesterday for the first time in 3 weeks. Hallelujah. But I texted him, I'm like, you guys want some cherry tomatoes? He's like, that'd be great. So I took over like a quart size like Ziploc. Like, he's like, oh my God, thanks. I'm like, if I see you next week, I'll have more for you then because there's so many.
Harvest.
But I was like, these are not washed. Like you need to wash them. Like slugs in the mulch, fucking rabbits, fucking slugs are outside, Kelly.
I know, I hate
Slugs, squirrels, birds in there, rabbits in there. I'm like, you need to wash these.
You need Jesus. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Why the fuck would I say that about
I don't know,
any of
but
this?
that's what you always say. You get that tone of voice, and you're like, "Look, you need Jesus."
So hang on. Speaking of things,
Speaking of things,
speaking
Jesus.
of needing Jesus. So let me see if I can get this sucker out of here.
No.
So
What is it caught on? Maybe you should put it
okay,
away.
so the other week I was talking about the star
Look, it's
that
hard.
impaled my ass, right? Here you go. Here it is. Now, so I was like, this is not these. We have two. The other one's hanging out there. You can't see it. So I was like, which one? Like, I mean, oh yeah, do that.
No.
Feel how sharp that is.
Oh, that is
right
sharp.
there. It's not. But
Yeah,
you,
and the metal,
You
you
sit
can see
down
the
on
piece of
that. I
metal
mean,
coming out.
some of these. So this is replica.
Put it right up there so they can see the metal, like the pointed.
It's something like right. This is not the one, but like.
Put your hand behind it so they can see.
There you go. I mean, it's sharp. So this is what I impaled my ass on a few weeks ago. So
Well, one would tell you not to sit on a
well,
metal.
I forgot I put it on the chair, right? So yesterday, I see PT Joe yesterday, the first time in 3 weeks, and he's like, "How you doing?" I'm like,
Did he see your ass?
"Not yesterday, no." But that's healed up anyway. I think. I mean, that might be like a scar, a little scab left or something. I don't know, but no, not yesterday. Yesterday was hip flexor and my fucking neck still. So he's like, "So how's it been?" So I told him about like the Springsteen concert and like the 2 mile walk, and
The
he's like,
hostilities.
and then he's like, "Where did you park?" And he's like, "Oh my God." He was like, but you had your cane. I'm like, I have my cane. He's like, oh my God. He's like, why did you have your cane? I'm like, I'm going to take it to the concert and like have to like be in the way with it and like whatever. He's like, oh my God, you need to take the cane.
You should have taken it. You could have clocked somebody
I should
with
have,
it.
right? But then so it was like that and like the fact that like last week I was completely immobile because I had pulled every last abdominal muscle in my body doing core work that Friday morning of the concert and then walking the 2 miles.
Gradually go into it.
It was easy core work. It was nothing crazy, but just because I'd not done any core work in a fucking year, I mean, like twisting was not something I could do. I could not do this a year ago without like intense pain. So just simple like this, you know, with like a little bit of weight. I mean, it was. So I'm like, so last week I didn't do anything, and of course the neck, you know, was getting better until I fell in the hole. And he's like, I can't with you. He's like, he's like, I can't with you.
The hole,
right?
I saw that video. She sent me that video. That's a good video.
When the security camera caught me getting up after. It didn't catch me falling, but it got me coming back up off the ground.
On the ground.
Yelling fuck. Yeah. So, and I showed him, I'm like, I've got like fucking like scars and shit still from like the rose bush. I was like, look. And he's like, I can't with you. And he's like, let me see you move. He's like, that right hip. I'm like, you're telling me. I'm like, I'm getting ready to go on vacation. I need to be able to fucking walk. So like, but like in the meantime, I'm like, my neck is what's killing me like the most. And so I took my TENS unit, right? So those of you that don't know what a TENS unit is, look it up.
It stimulates.
So it's like little pads you put on. It's like electrodes at like whatever. So I have 3, right? So I have my old one, and then after my surgery, the doctor put on a prescription for a new one. So insurance. So my PT, the PT Kyle guy, ordered me one, but in the meantime, something happened and I got another one. If you work with the insurance company, just tune out.
Have you gone back to PT Kyle?
Fuck PT Kyle. No, I went to PT. I went just to PT Joe, and yeah, no more PT Kyle. I was hurting every time I left with him, and I still have the pain I get in the one spot from him that I didn't have after the surgery. I did not have till I started PT with PT Kyle, and that still like it flares up every once in a while, like the hot nerve I call it. Yeah. It's an inflamed nerve.
You need to have PT Joe work on that.
He does sometimes. But look, we're limited to window here. You know, it's like a half an hour. This is most important, and the right hip flexor. Anyway, where's I going with this? TENS unit, right? So 3 weeks ago when I went, I took my TENS unit, my new one that he had originally set up for me, and somehow I locked the fucking thing. Like there aren't that many buttons, but I could not get it to work. I mean,
we're not good with technology.
I could not get it to work, and so I took it with me, but then his wife was there and I met her and then we're chatting and then I forgot about it and I got home like, oh fuck, oh well, I'll take it back next time. I'll use the old one. In the meantime, because I have 2 new ones, I put the one new one away because like in case insurance is like, hey, we want one of these back. So I put it away for safekeeping. Where the fuck it is, I don't know.
Oh, see, I'm not the only one.
I put shit away for safekeeping. I don't know where the fuck it is. It could be under like 16 loads of clean laundry pile on top like the fucking guest bed or something. I don't know. Look, I gotta get the laundry away. So couldn't find it, so I'm like, okay, I'll go back to the old one. And then Joe and I were having drinks, right? And so
and it came to you?
No, I was having a Bourbon County Stout. It's like a 14%. We're sharing it. And I dozed off a little bit. I had my TENS unit on, right?
Oh, my God.
So I had my TENS unit. I had the pads all down my arm, like 2 on my neck and 2 on my arm. And I dozed off a little bit. And the thing, I had it like sitting on my lap. And I fucking dumped my fucking beer onto the TENS unit.
Did you get it on the couch?
No, but I got it all over the chair in my purse, my vinyl purse. But I think it was
That's
a vinyl purse.
That's what you get.
No, because the best part, this is the best part. It was the night we were out to dinner and I had the skeleton glasses, right? And the glass was in my purse. And I dozed off and it went like
it
this. It
poured into the glass?
It went onto my TENS unit, onto the armchair, which I got off. It's an old chair, but I got it off. It was on the armchair cover. And into the glass in my purse.
Oh, that's amazing.
Right? It's amazing, right? I pulled the glass out. I'm like, oh,
that's hysterical.
Beer, right? So I mean, it was late. I dozed off. Anyway,
Did you just spit on me?
I didn't. So anyway, so I can't get it. I get like a malfunction symbol on there, right?
Oh,
so,
I wonder why.
So yesterday, I'm like, please fix this. Like I pulled the whole box out of my purse. I'm like, you got to fix my TENS unit. I'm like, I haven't used one in like 2 weeks. I need one. And he's like, what happened? So I'm like, I can't find the one. This one's locked. I'm like, and the other one doesn't work anymore. He's like, what did you do to it? I'm like, I dozed off drinking a Bourbon County. A Bourbon County Stout is like stout. It's like syrup. I mean, it's like a sticky, rich, bourbon infused deliciousness, right? And it went like into, it's just stuck. I mean, it's just like I can't get the battery thing. I can't. There's no way of getting it. It's just done. It's done. But I've had it since like 2001. So
okay, so you need a new one.
So I have. So he fixed. Yeah, he fixed. Yesterday he's like, I've never seen this happen. What did you do to it?
How did he fix it?
No, not the bourbon, not the one with the beer on. The one with the beer on is done. I mean, it's going
threw it out. Okay.
I tried to clean it. It won't get cleaned. I can't because it went inside of it apparently.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting a malfunction. I get a malfunction symbol on the screen. But the new one he somehow fixed. I don't know. I'm like, what did you do? What did you? He's like, why didn't you call me? I'm like, I didn't want to bother you. So it's like, next time just call me. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, Advil helps. I don't know. So it just. You know what? Let me.
Didn't Dad?
I'm going to take this off the chair
Before
I sit on it again.
Didn't Dad have one of those for his back, and the insurance took it back?
That
like when he was sent.
something
Well, no,
else,
they said it only had 30 uses. I'm like, I think
it
that's
was something
bullshit.
that he like put on.
Yeah,
like
it was
a belt
for his
that he put
back.
on or
But
something,
I'm like, I think that's bullshit. I think there are more than 30 uses on it because it gave like pulses or something. I'm like, I think they just say that, but I think you probably get more out of it. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I have a couple things. Are you done?
Things. Okay, I'm done. I was gonna pull the card.
No,
People
not
like when
yet.
pull
I
the
got
card.
some stuff.
I'll put it down.
I got
we
some
don't
stuff.
forget. Did I share that I got my new cup last week? Did I have it out last week? I forget.
You did. You were drinking the water when you were drinking the wine. So I want to talk about receiving. This is why I shop small business. I mean, I do shop the Target and the Amazon, of course. But see, I get a nice little letter from my artist friend, meaning she's my acquaintance friend that I've gotten to know through purchases. So she makes these, and then she makes them into greeting cards.
It's a cute little thing.
It is cute.
Some people aren't into this shit.
I know. Well, you don't have to like cards. She also does prints and a bunch of other things. And this is, I'll put it up there. You can, I know it's backwards, but you can figure it out. That's the artist. She's in Michigan. It's great. So she sends me a sticker and a bookmark. And just so you know, those of you that have followed me.
She doesn't capitalize the word I. It makes me insane.
Oh, be quiet. She's an artist. Like a legit artist. So, this is not a side hustle for her. So now I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry. Artist getting shit in the mail. Michigan. You like it?
Oh.
Small business.
Those of you that follow me or follow my snarky holiday cards, this author, Chris Jerzak or Jezak, I can't pronounce.
Does she do the Grinch?
She does the Grinch.
But she's not allowed to do the Grinch anymore.
No. Oh, she does the other Grinch.
She got
the Grinch with the ball. The cease and desist order came from my friend that did the Grinch with the middle finger.
The middle finger, yes.
Yeah. But she can still use the Grinch. This is the funny thing. She's still, my other friend, Spaghetti and Meatballs is the name of that card company, who got the cease and desist. She makes Grinch cards with like the resting Grinch face. I mean, it is the Grinch and it says resting Grinch face. Because I think that that's okay, or maybe I don't know. But this with the Grinch doing the middle finger, I guess is not appropriate for little kids or something.
Maybe?
I don't think Disney owns it. They're probably Dr. Seuss's. I don't know.
Disney probably owns Dr. Seuss. Disney owns everything.
But she's not allowed to do the middle finger anymore. So I bought like all the last that she had, and now I've got.
If they were like fucking $5 or $6 a card, I would love to send them.
Well, I try to get them.
People
on
throw
sale.
them away, like, and it makes me insane. Like, I have a thing of cards out there, like the papyrus,
I like those cards. Those are expensive.
And I have friends who give them to me, and I love them. And I would give them sometimes I get them. I don't get the ones that are like 3-dimensional. A lot of them I keep though, like the ones that are like alcohol themed. I put out in the parlor. Like one, like Joe got one that has like a wooden cover of like a beer, and I have it out in the parlor on top of the liquor cabinet. And I have a few others. I can't throw them away.
No, I don't throw out a lot of mine that I get.
Used to keep. Even when I was younger, like I would keep
every
card that was ever given to me. I'm sure that I don't have them anymore. Like I had ones from like even like Grandma Spicer, like when we were little. I mean, she was 5.
I had those.
I kept them.
You need to let us out there.
At some point, I try to. And those of you are gonna fucking laugh. People are gonna laugh. They see my house. I think like I want to be a minimalist. Like let me clean this out. And like
No, but there's certain things that you can't get
rid
of.
Like that has so much stuff. Like I can't.
Especially because it's so personal. Because it's been handwritten. And when people have passed away, you sometimes have that card, that birthday card, or that letter. But I have a pile of cards in there.
People have not passed away. They're like,
I know, but I have those too.
Year,
but some of them are really nice, and they are pieces of like art. And I know that I send a gazillion, and I know probably 3/4 of that gazillion's getting thrown out. But a lot of people will also just frame them. Like not this particular one, but she has some that I've gotten at Christmas because she likes to do things in black and white and grays, and then she always adds a splash of red. And this particular one, it's this little red heart. So it has some red, but some are like a winter scene, and she puts in a red park bench, which is really cool. So they're actually paintings, and some of them are smaller paintings, but some people frame them and use them as Halloween Halloween. She does Halloween too, but use them as like decorations for the season.
I think I did that with a Christmas card.
In fact, some people buy
A
them
Christmas
just to
card.
do that, but you could obviously, unless it's, ripped up.
I have to point out though that of gathering things and putting things out, whatever. I have not purchased a single Halloween decoration yet this year.
We gave you one.
You guys gave me one, yes. It's over. Look how cute it is. It's over there. Why don't go grab that? Let's talk about these. People either love these or they hate them.
Well, they're a little scary.
I'm gonna fix your chair so it's not. Can you help me with the carpet here before you fuck up the carpet?
Oh.
There you go. Okay. So the Annalise, I still have the tag on it. So Sean picked this out for me. Last week at the thank God it's attached. Barely.
You can take that tag off.
Sean picked it out last week when we went to Home Goods, and Kelly bought him this gigantic light up
Haunted house.
I mean, the thing is like it's
like at least 2-3 feet tall.
It's almost 3 feet. I'm gonna have.
It doesn't make any noise, so
I
he was
really
permitted to
want
buy
to get
that.
one, and I have a bunch of gift cards to Home Goods. But I tend to I get like the snowman that y'all saw in earlier episodes from last winter. He's over here with his summer babushka on. I'd show you, but it would require me to have to move the camera, and I can't. Anyway, so these Anna Lee guys, right? I love them. So my grandmother had a collection of them when I was little, and I love them.
They're scary.
Joe
men.
does not like them.
They're a little scary.
So I have a ton of these. I have them for Halloween. I do not have this one, so it was great that he picked this out.
Did Mom keep the ones from Grandma?
I have them, yes. So that's what started my collection was Mom's mom had them. So I got her Annalise. So now I have Halloween, I have Christmas, I have Easter, I have Valentine's Day, and I have St. Patrick's Day ones, but they all have beer or whatever, so I keep them in the parlor year round. They're on the shelves in the parlor. They're they have a little Irish vest on and like a mug of beer or whatever, so I kept those out in the parlor. But so anyway, so I love these guys. And they have different animals. They're usually mice, and even though I have an aversion to mice.
I have a pug that's dressed as a devil. An Annalie, it's a pug.
It's a pug?
Yeah, I got it in Cape May several years ago.
At the Christmas shop in Cape May, they also have Halloween stuff, yes. Anyway, so Home Goods, those of you that like these guys, but Home Goods always has them way cheaper than whatever. And then Mom had a friend that was getting rid of at Christmas time some big ones.
Who?
I don't know, a couple years ago. You don't collect them anyway. Like a big Santa and with a long scrolling list, and a Mrs. Claus, and they're faded. So I use them because I don't put. Plus, I don't have room. They're huge. So I put them on a table on a dresser top in the guest bedroom at Christmas time, because those two are huge. And then there's also a giant goose. I mean, the fucking thing is huge. So it must have been a
set,
from the
12 Days of Christmas,
12 Days of Christmas maybe or something. But the goose is huge. And I just put it. It's like the size of Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I just put it with them because where else would I put
What
it?
is it? Is it 10 Geese a Laying?
Don't you love this? No.
I like the purple.
I have to go through it to find out. Anyway, isn't it super cute? I love these guys. But yeah, Joe is people come over these things are disturbing. I love them. I think they're super cute.
They are cute. They are a little disturbing if you look at the face. So a couple of things real quick to go through pop culture. So tonight, the Super Bowl champs, the Kansas City Chiefs play the Ravens, and it's been announced so that we can all.
Is Taylor Swift going to be there?
Yes, we can all rest our freaking
yes, I heard
haunches.
about this yesterday. This guy was like, "Did you send that to me?"
Well, that was something else. That was the NFL. That's the second thing. NFL has a commercial.
Put away your feelings. Put away your feelings. Yep. People that don't like her.
And he also said, "Pull up your big boy pants." Not everybody
Pull
likes
up your
Taylor. I
trousers.
get it. And not everybody likes Taylor. But one of the NFL's official advertisements
Is
or
she
commercials.
getting paid for this by the NFL?
I don't know.
Probably.
But it's of snippets of her at the game. So it's
to
not.
use her likeliness in the commercial, though,
Right.
probably she's getting paid.
Because it's not like she sat for the filming of this. So it's from, footage that they had. But the point of it is, in this, I don't know how long this commercial is because I've not seen it. But, I imagine it's 30 seconds. They pan on her 5 times. The one commentator found when he was telling somebody to pull up their big boy pants. I mean, I get it. You don't like her, you don't like her, you don't have to like her. But I will say this. They have documented this. The NFL has. They figure since she started attending the games that she has brought in $35 million in revenue, I guess, between tickets and sales. And
she better be getting a cut.
And Travis Kelce, which it's licensed through the NFL, so I'm sure the NFL gets obviously a profit of it. His jersey, the sell of his jersey went up 400 times.
Speaking of the Kelce's.
No, wait, I'm not done.
Oh.
I'm not done.
They're getting millions of dollars for their podcast.
I know. Well, they're funny. They're funny.
Fucking give us the money.
They're funny. They're funny.
We need to monetize this shit.
Speaking of, I watched their podcast yesterday.
I'm so behind on it. I just see snippets here.
Did you know that somebody has a camel around us? They were talking about llamas.
Does Kelsey have a camel?
No,
there's
he
a
does
llama
not.
farm nearby.
Right, but he was talking about a camel, the one with the hump.
I'm familiar with a fucking camel.
So somebody in the Haverford area
How are you allowed
has
to
a
have a
camel.
camel?
I don't know, has a camel. So anyhow, so the Ravens and Chiefs play tonight. And then we have our Eagles on Friday night, tomorrow night,
Eagles.
in Sao Paulo, Brazil.
mean,
I don't understand
I don't
why
know.
they had to go there to play, but at any rate.
What time's this game on?
Tomorrow night, I think it's 7.
Are they in the same time zone we are? Brazil? South America in the same time zone?
They are. They might be an hour ahead or behind, or 2 hours. I can't remember. Because if you look at the map, like here's the United States, and it's like kind of under us if you look at the big map. But anyway,
Again, with
so
geography.
another thing. Adele, so sad. Adele is finishing up her Las Vegas residency in November.
Yes.
She's in Munich right now. I guess she's doing 10 shows in Munich, or had like a little residency, they're calling it, in Munich. Comes back, finishes up in November at Las Vegas. She got very tearful and told
She's done with her residency?
She's done. She's like,
Done or
love
done with
you
her
all.
residency?
She's done with her residency. She's taking some time off. She won't comment on how long, but she's like, this new life that I've built for myself, because I think she's in a new relationship. Her son is older, whatever. She is taking time off, and she's not
Good for her.
told her how long. Yeah. And there's a new Beetlejuice movie coming out with the girl Jenna Ortega, who plays Wednesday Addams.
Yes,
and there is a
what's
second.
her name? What's her name is in it still? It's like
Winona Ryder.
yes.
Yeah.
And so I like the original Beetlejuice movie, like here and there. Like I'm not like one of those huge fans. I do enjoy it. I think it's funny. I am excited to see. We're going to go to the theater.
Seen it. I've never seen
What
it.
the fuck is wrong with you?
I've never.
How have you never fucked?
I don't
You
know.
cannot see the sequel till you've seen the first one.
I know. I know. I haven't seen the first one.
You say that Sean is like Beetlejuice. Because if we
No,
say,
one of his bus drivers said that.
If we say Sean, or we call him B-Man, his middle name is Bradley, Sean Bradley, and so Joe started calling him B-Man when he was little. I don't know why. We all had nicknames.
Because
for
we
him.
used to call him Sean B. Because Sean and
B.
John
It was,
sound alike.
It was Sean B. So that Sean wouldn't get confused with John. I told you not to fucking name him.
I know.
Rhyme.
John also said it was his rap name. He's like, you're Sean B. It's gonna
Sean
be a rap
B.
name.
And so then Joe started calling him B-Man. So B-Man has stuck, and we all just call him B-Man. So we're sitting here, I'm like, if we say Sean or B-Man or any combination of the two, like 2 to 3 times, my fucking phone rings. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's Beetlejuice.
Speaking of, I want to see
Every fucking time. I mean, it happens all the time. So, down it goes. So we reference Beetlejuice like a lot. So anyway, so we are going to we're going to go to the theater and see it. And I've not been to the theater. I can't even tell you the last time I went to the theater.
I haven't been in a theater in a long time.
Joe
It's
and
not
I-
even COVID related. I just haven't been to the
Oh,
theater.
it was years before COVID that we went. One, because the seats were always uncomfortable, and so we'd have to sit far in the back because I was constantly trying to get comfortable and moving around in the seat, and I didn't want to bother anyone behind us. So, and then I was like paranoid about, because I read that you can get bed bugs from movie theaters and bring home roaches and other, right? So then I was like, we're not going to the movies. And then like people, like the places get shot up and shit. Like I can't, like there's like.
Okay, on that note, I'm never going to a movie theater now.
So I'm like, we haven't been in the movies, but I want to see Beetlejuice. So we're gonna. Look, don't let me deter you. You like going to the movies? Go to the movies. Usually now that you can stream, since COVID, you can stream them so quickly that.
Right.
I mean, Christ, maybe we won't go.
Yeah, I mean.
So I was talking to my friend Kelly this morning, speaking of Beetlejuice and like Halloween movies, and we were talking about Halloween movies because she's also very excited and like ready for like the Halloween stuff. And I almost said the other day to Sean, I'm like, let's go in the other room and put Hocus Pocus on. And I thought, I'll
It's
like,
a little
wait
early.
week.
If
But
you
it's
start
on,
to- if
it's
you
on
start
Disney
to,
all around.
I know,
all the
but if you
time.
start too early with things, and then it's worn out by the time the actual
No, because
holiday
like, we're going
is
on
here.
vacation and stuff, and so I don't want to like. It's not worn out for me. I figure I have 2 months to enjoy fall and Halloween before it, because right after that we go into Christmas.
Right, but I don't like
For
watching.
us, so
I
we
don't
go
like
into
watching the
Christmas.
Grinch. I love watching the Grinch. I don't want to start it too early. Like,
I won't watch the Grinch until like usually like right after.
It's gotta be
Thanksgiving
December.
Day usually launches me into that. But because of our decorating and stuff, like we have to start, like we have to start. I mean, like because it goes like it's a process.
it is a process.
I mean, like the other day, Sean came over and helped Joe bring down the bins, which are stacked in the parlor and out here in the porch and around the house, and we still have like 6 more. But I have to get these unpacked and put away before I can get the other ones up. So which is also why I've not purchased a single Halloween decoration.
I used to go nuts for
this
Halloween.
year.
I don't do it anymore. I don't have it in me.
Hater of things.
No, I'm too old. I don't have it in me. So another thing under pop culture, we'll call it fridge-scaping is a thing. I did say that, fridge-scaping. People have run out of things to fucking take pictures of. So it is a thing. Look it up. People, you open up your fridge. People are putting fresh flowers.
Fuck is wrong with people?
Like a vase of fresh flowers. They're arranging their refrigerator so it looks nice, and then they're taking pictures and posting it.
People have
a little too much time.
Whoa.
Fridge-scaping, it's called a thing. Fridge-scaping.
Well, before I fridge-scape, I have 16 loads of laundry to go fucking put away. So I'll go fucking fold that and hang
if I'm
it
going
up
to have
and put it
flowers,
away.
I'm going to put the flowers on my table.
Christ almighty,
they're
right?
calling it
Like,
fridge-scaping.
we have fresh flowers. I have fresh flowers at all times. I keep fresh flowers in the house. As they die, I take them out and throw them away and keep it. Sometimes I just have one alive one left in the fucking vase, but still.
You need a smaller vase for that.
I size down. And I'll just throw the whole bouquet away. But I'm not taking pictures of them in my refrigerator.
It's called fridge-scaping, and you should start. You should start.
If you do it, hey, look,
let us know if you do it. I want to know if you do it.
Not judgmental.
I want to know if you do it.
Please let us know.
And what the impetus was for that. So then we have some animal antics. I only have one, and it was on the national news.
I saw this with David Moyer.
Yeah. There was a mountain lion in Malibu State Creek Park just over the Labor Day weekend that attacked a 5-year-old boy, and the father fought off the mountain lion. It's not funny. It's not funny. The child will survive. It grabbed the child by the head, like bit it in its head.
Oh God.
I don't think the child's going to survive it. All it said in the news was that the child has some eye damage.
That's what I heard. Yes.
Which is unfortunate, but
it's not funny.
That's really unfortunate. But thank God it's just that and not anything else. So I mean,
I think mountain lions are like a little aggressive right now. A girl I went to high school with the other day. She moved to California. She didn't move the other day. The other day, a girl I know who lives in California moved there recently. There was a mountain lion in her backyard. She took a picture and posted it.
Yeah, well, the problem is that maybe, I don't know, I'm not a scientist. This is not based on fact. But two things are happening. I think we're encroaching on where they live. Or the wildfires, instead of moving out to where they are, the wildfires are bringing them down, could be the case. And maybe they're doing well, so they're reproducing more. I don't know, but I have a friend, more of an acquaintance, that lives out in California, and she put up a big, not that it does anything and she knows this, but like a big like stucco wall around her backyard to try and keep the wildlife out. She's had a brown bear and she's had a mountain lion in her backyard.
People in Arizona, a lot of people like in the Southwest have that too, because it keeps out like the coyotes and like the other shit that comes like take you like your little kid or your little dog or whatever out of the backyard.
I mean, this is, you don't hear of mountain lion attacks very often because, one, they're very elusive, and wherever their habitat is, it's hard to, like, even the biologists have a little trouble, finding them to then watch them, to study them. But it's becoming more and more, there are more and more encounters with these mountain lions, and mountain lions don't scare easily, which is what they said on the news, that even with the noise from the father, and then, I mean, there were other people in this park and saw this.
Probably because the mountain lion knows it's going to fucking win.
Right. It didn't, it was not scared. It didn't run off. It didn't do anything. And meanwhile, if you've ever seen the paw of a mountain lion or a tiger, they're like, they're like this
tiger?
big. Yeah, a mountain tiger. A liger from Napoleon Dynamite. The paws are like this big. I mean, I'm not joking. So at any rate, it's just horrible. And that last year, there was a guy in Colorado. This is national news. Hot tub. I already talked about it. The lion, it was dark, so they couldn't really see, but the mountain lion came in and went for his head too. The guy lived, but it was just so. But on a happier note, okay. So the oceanographers, I thought we had discovered everything in the world.
I know it's fascinating that we haven't.
I'm glad that we haven't, but it's really amazing to me. And I guess the better technology gets, the better we will be able to find things. So oceanographers discovered. By using a robot, people were not diving. By using this big old robot, they had this on the news. It's like this big square thing with all these cameras.
I don't watch the news, so this is news to me.
These oceanographers, this was just last week, these oceanographers discovered a new underwater mountain range 900 miles off the coast of Chile. So that is in the Pacific Ocean.
Fascinating. Was there new life in there too?
There was new life. So it was a 20-day expedition. They got footage of rare animals. Some new, some. So a rare underwater
Did
squid.
they discover anything new?
Yes, they discovered. So first of all, they saw some rare things that they've only seen, like people have not seen that often, but they were documented before. So there's this rare squid that lives down there, and they found it.
Cool.
They also found 20 new species.
Very cool.
The biodiversity is great, and they said there is a potential for. They think that what they found will lead to a potential of 20 new species being identified.
Very cool.
So some of the other things with this squid, they have the Casper octopus, it's called, because it's all white. They show a picture of this.
Freaky.
The scorpion fish, and then the flying spaghetti fish, which has all these arms. I thought it was a jellyfish, but they're calling it a fish.
Okay. Does it sting?
I don't know. It didn't say. But here's the thing, folks. Now, that's 900 miles out and 2 miles down this mountain range. And the biodiversity is great.
So no one can get down there.
No, you're not diving,
How far can you dive down?
900 miles, not 900 feet. It's 900 miles west of
Jesus.
Chile. And then I think, what did it say?
2 miles down?
2 miles down, maybe, to hit the first peak.
How
I'm not
far
sure
can
on that.
divers go, though?
I don't know. With
know either.
tanks and I don't know. I don't know.
Claustrophobic thinking
But
about it.
they found these new things. Now, here's the thing. That scares the shit out of me because they look like aliens, these things. If you go and you
Oh, boy.
Google this.
The octopi?
Oh, yeah.
It's octopi, right? Not octopuses? Octopi.
Octopi. I don't know.
Octopi, I don't know.
Octopuses? I don't know. Didn't James Bond have
Octopi.
octopussy? But that's not plural. The
Definitely
James
not
Bond
octopus.
movie.
Not octopussy. I'm telling you that.
So anyhow, I know that these things don't live in the Jersey Shore, and the Jersey Shore where I'm swimming or used to swim is not that deep.
No.
But I don't need funky things coming up at me. They look like
You're not getting the water, so they're not coming up at you.
They are like alien looking.
God. All right. We should call, we might have to
Alien
call this
looking.
one octopussy. We'll just call this
No, I don't think we should because it's not all about that.
I don't know. Are we allowed to? Are we allowed to take
I don't know.
the term octopussy and use it?
I don't know, but I'm a little nervous about that.
Pardon me.
Oh, did you know also, this has nothing to do with the nature now, but do you know how much Super Bowl suites were last year? I don't know if they were
know.
all this amount, but the ones that
I
some
don't-
people bought
I cannot
for their
imagine.
family
Millions?
and friends, $3 million for one suite
Jesus Christ.
for the Super Bowl game. One suite. I don't know how many people that holds.
To have that kind of money.
Well,
Wow.
you know who bought it?
Well, yeah.
Travis Kelce.
Back to the fucking Kelsey. We're back to the Kelsey.
I know, but I mean, that's because nobody else
Right.
talks
Well,
about
that's
it.
why
But I'm like,
Bradley Cooper goes. Like, oh, it's all about celebrities because who the fuck else can afford to go?
yeah. Now, one more thing about nature.
And then it's an hour. So
Okay,
let's wrap this.
August 28th. It snowed.
Oh, I saw that was crazy.
Snowed
That was
in
fucking
Montana.
crazy. People were out on like expeditions, like whatever you call it, like fucking like Jeep rides or whatever. Like
Northern
tours.
Montana.
And it got like fucking stuck and had to wait for people to come get them. That was crazy. That was
Northern
really crazy.
Montana. I mean, it wasn't a blizzard, but they obviously the conditions got so bad. It was near Glacier National Park, which is northern Montana, and they got stuck on what's called Logan Pass, which is supposedly it's called the road to the sun or something. It's like the road to Hana. It's very gorgeous. A lot of people like to do it, but people got stranded on that road
Christ.
because of the conditions. Obviously, you're a higher elevation, but it snowed, and then like Missoula, which is it's in the mountains, but it's not.
Where's that?
It's northern
Montana?
Montana. Missoula, Montana got snow too. They got
In
like
August, that's
an inch
crazy.
in August. So there's a
And
reason.
meanwhile, like Arizona, like right, Phoenix or someplace
oh my God,
has like
Phoenix has
100 days in a row of like record heat or some shit.
over
Excuse
100
me.
days of over 100 degrees.
My God.
I think it was the hottest summer or the second hottest summer for Phoenix.
Well, I feel like it was the second hottest summer here too. Fuck, it was hot.
It was one of our hottest. I'm over it.
Everyone's over it. Well, not everyone. Some people are missing the summer.
And speaking of the hotness,
I got a barf face on one of my fall posts
what?
the other day. The little emoji with the green barf coming out.
Why?
Someone doesn't like fall, so I posted a thing about like Halloween and fall or whatever, whatever, and then
Rude.
I got a fucking barf face comment.
Rude.
I just say if you don't have anything nice to say, then just don't comment.
Well, I mean,
at
hell,
all,
if you're
but-
living in Montana, you might as well get the Christmas decorations out.
Oh my God, I saw a post yesterday or today, like this morning. It was like, I feel a cool air. I might as well just get my tree out now. Like, that's fucking great, right? That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it's not that cold for me yet. So,
No.
and then
we just have to put the fan on, for Christ's sake. We still have the air on.
And then-
but see, that's the thing, because it's like in Pennsylvania, like, so we wake up and like that was freezing in the house this
it's
morning.
like whiplash.
I mean, the air didn't even come on because it was so cool outside. But then it's going to be like 82 today, so it's like you're freezing in the morning, and I have a lightweight sweater on, and then
Right.
jeans, and then
By
you
the,
put the
by the
fan on.
afternoon,
and
you've
then
got to be in shorts.
right?
and
It's yeah.
it's hot.
It's bananas.
So, along the global warming thing of like, I mean, it's been
Crazy
known to snow
temperatures.
for that at this time of the year in Montana. It's not unusual. It's not earlier than it's ever been, is my point. But I saw
record
something.
snow.
No, I saw something on the news today that scientists and engineers and construction people are all coming together. I don't know what you want to call that, but to come up to design houses that will withstand stronger storms, because globally we are having stronger storms more and more and
So what,
stronger
like
and stronger.
concrete?
Like, they didn't say concrete, but they're looking at different siding to use, what to use for the roof, and not just the materials to use, but how to actually, if you're going to use the materials that are existing, how to make it stronger so that when these storms come, it's not blowing your entire roof off. Like, they're trying to
Right.
figure out what they can
A
do
storm-proof house.
to minimize, yes, the damage. They talk about the windows too.
Well, like when I went to North Carolina, when I vacationed there, the houses along the shoreline, like when you close the door or like you can't hear. Like if I'm sitting, if like you're outside the window, like I can't hear you because the hurricane-proof glass is so thick that like you can't hear inside. Or like right now, like we hear all the kinds of shit outside.
Yeah.
You know, like when we're sitting inside, we hear people talking outside. That does not.
It's not
It
soundproof.
is not. I mean, it is like fucking soundproof. It's amazing.
Well, it's funny because
I mean, it still might break. I don't know what happens, but
yeah,
I
but I think it's just thicker to
hurricane-proof.
withstand the winds. They were showing, it's like Consumer Reports. It's not, well, not that, but if you've seen, like when they do car crashes on Consumer Reports,
Right.
So they were doing the same thing with like wind gusts, like at 100 miles per hour, like Matt Guzman or whatever the guy's journalist is there, and they're showing with like some things flying at the windows in the test spot. But so this is interesting. So 2 years ago, we did our new windows in the house in stages. So 2 years ago, we got new windows in the bottom back of the house, okay? And so I had two companies come and give me quotes, and they're well-known companies, you know, bigger names, not like a mom and pop. So at any rate, and the one guy was like, you know, we have different styles. We have architects, we have architect design, we have, okay. I'm like, oh, and then he just, I guess, automatically in his spiel was like, and we have hurricane-proof windows. That piqued my interest. So, you know, he went home. I had the estimate, or
We like animal maulings and natural disasters.
no, I was like, we have gotten some really. I mean, the weather since
The
we
wind
moved into that
in the
house
last
has
few
gotten
years,
worse.
we have wind advisories all the time here. It
Yeah.
is crazy.
I mean, the weather has, in the 15 years we've lived in our house, has gotten substantially worse, and I'm not the only one to notice that in our area. But anyhow, so I said to John, "Don't you think that we should look into these hurricane-proof windows?" And it doesn't mean that we get hurricanes, or it doesn't mean that, you know, we have
get
hurricanes.
fucking strong winds.
We
though.
get strong winds, and it doesn't mean that they're not breakable. I'm not naive, but it was a sturdier, thicker glass, yada yada yada. So when the guy came back with my estimate, I said to him, I would like to have a price on doing these windows in the hurricane window. He's like, you don't need those. I mean, they were more money. I don't know how much more money, but I was kind of like, dude, if I want hurricane windows, I should get them. And it's not like they have like shutters or anything like you see in Florida. It was
Right.
the
It's
actual,
just-
I guess,
it's thicker
material and the
glass.
thickness. I'm like, but so my point is that he might have thought I was like barking mad, as you say, people barking mad, but I was not. Like, I'm not the only person. Now, don't live on the coastline. I get that, but I just wanted them. That's my point.
But you
Weather's
didn't get
gotten
them.
worse, and I didn't get them.
I just want the guy from our windows that put these fucking windows in to come and fix the fucking screens.
Do you have a time for
I
that?
can't. It put him in like 7 years ago. And I called him and I called him and
No,
I
but you
called him.
called
and
him
he
this
didn't.
summer, I thought.
I did not call him. He was
Oh.
doing work next door, finishing their basement, and remembered us and reached out and called me in fucking April, I think it was. And hey, I'm next door. I'm like, we're out of town. I'll come back next week. Okay, he didn't. And I call. And I'm done calling. I'm done calling.
Is he
So-
like ignoring you?
I'm done calling.
Oh.
I'm fucking done. I can't.
Oh, I like your necklace. Is that new?
Thanks. No, it's old. Mom has this on her profile picture. I let her borrow it for one of her class reunion things.
Oh, I like it.
Isn't that fun? It's a little. It's better with a round neck than a V-neck, but it'll do.
I like it.
Matches my. Right. Anyway. Okay. So we're past an hour here, so we gotta wrap this up. And pardon me for fiddling with my hair constantly. I finally used my other hair dryer that like smooths it out because I'm not battling any humidity. So like I finally did it, and then all I could see was how bad my fucking roots are because
You can't tell.
Well, that's why I keep playing with it because depending on how it parts, it's bad.
Oh God, I saw Max. Thank God this weekend.
It was bad, and I need to go. And I was gonna go, but I'm like, I'm not going because that's a session with my trainer or a session with PT Joe. I'm not paying. So
Your coloring is expensive.
I bought a fucking 3-pack on Amazon. I've been coloring for years. It's colored again. So I bought a 3-pack for like $11. It'll be here.
And it looks
tomorrow.
natural. Like, I mean, when you do it,
I haven't done it.
I know
this is
it
bad.
looks natural when you do it.
A little bit because it was getting a little ombre though before because like I wasn't doing a good job of putting it on and like.
Do you have to comb it through? Like sometimes they comb it through.
Yeah, but you have to like let it. You have to put it on the gray parts first. Let it sit a little bit longer, then put on the rest. So it was like. So the bottom piece was like dark.
They call
it
pulling through. So instead of coming back in, sometimes they will paint more on the lower, the longer pieces, but sometimes they just take it and comb it through.
So I don't comb it because it flings it. Oh. So and you're not supposed to. You're not even supposed to rub it in. I do. I rub it right the fuck in. I'm like probably poisoning my fucking scalp.
Don't do that.
I rub it right into the.
Do you have a comb? Does it come with a comb?
It doesn't come with a comb. No, it comes with rubber gloves, plastic gloves.
No, you need to get a comb and like brush it in.
I just brush it with my fingers. Just rub it in, and then I just
and then it's on your fingers.
And then you let it sit in the right, and then you just do, and then you.
How long do you have to let it sit?
You have to like do it like this through 35 minutes, but you're supposed to so like this would be on 35 minutes. I think it is, but like I would leave it on for 10, and then I would put the rest on. But I don't want like a line like around my head, so I just usually just kind of put it on and just do all of it at once.
Yeah,
which just makes it darker the whole way down. Look, I don't care. I'm not spending $100. Plus, I wear it up in a fucking bun most of the time anyway. So,
I had ombre hair in college.
Ombre was not a thing in college.
I know, but it was
not a thing.
Well, now that's what you would call it looking back. But I colored my hair when I first moved into my apartment. And then I always had my hair colored in college. It was
there's a learning curve. I mean, there's a learning curve.
I always had a rinse because I've had gray hair since I was in high school. So I had a rinse, put on, meaning like it would last like 30 times and it would wash out. It was by Redken. But I colored my hair with permanent hair color with my roommates in my apartment.
Women out there,
we've all done this. But then I never went back. Meaning me, never went back to do it again. So as the summer went on and my hair color, it was like darker here and got like an orangey. No, it got like orangey and like reddish. And then I finally had to get it cut off. Like it was, because I didn't know any better.
Well, I'm going to tell this quick story and then we have to wrap up. So I remember in college when it was it should have been my graduation weekend, but I went a year longer. So it was senior graduation for most of my friends, a lot of them. And my one roommate, several of my roommates had blonde hair. And so there was not necessarily naturally blonde. So there was a box of blonde hair dye there. And so at one point we decided that we were going to color my hair, like we bleached my hair. It wasn't like bleach, but it was lighter. I was doing highlights till like when right after I met Joe.
I stopped doing highlights.
Oh, it's bad. Yeah. I go back and look. Anyway, it was much lighter. So then the one day, like I had the roots, and so we're probably sitting there like burning one or whatever, and my friend was like, "Here, I'll just do your roots." So
Who was that friend?
Sarah did the roots. So we did the roots, and then we left it on, I guess, a little bit too long.
Imagine.
So we got done, and I had this fucking skunk stripe down my fucking head. Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad. And it was graduation weekend, so like there were all these parties and like dinner with friends and family. Like
Could
not
you
my graduation.
Recolor it?
Oh yeah. I put on a fucking hat. We went to Walmart. I bought brown, right, and then came home and then dyed my hair brown. And
the whole head or just this?
Oh, the whole head. Oh, the whole head. Yeah, the whole head. And it was fucking awful. It was really bad. Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't see that.
And then I mean, my hair was red a little bit here and there. I used to put the henna in it in college. What a fucking mess. Although I love the smell of it. But it was like the consistency
I never did
like,
the henna.
It was like horse poo. It was like gross. It was like the consistency was gross. I love the smell of it.
It reminds me
like,
of matcha. I mean, I know it's not, but it reminds me like the.
It smelled good, but what a fucking mess. And it was green. Like it goes on.
That's why it reminds me of matcha.
Like I'm putting this green poop on my head, the cream horse shit on my head. But yeah, then it would turn like the bathtub. It was a hell of a mess. So
Did you
I would
turn
not.
Mom's bathtub a color? Because
No,
I
I
can
didn't.
only
No, I
imagine
didn't do
Dad
that
having
till
a
college.
fit.
No, I didn't do that till college.
Well, you didn't color the hair. You didn't color your hair in my parents' bathtub.
We didn't color our hair in high school.
Well, I went and had my hair
Well,
colored.
we weren't allowed. I mean, Tracy, remember she dyed her hair black, and like there was some issues.
Yeah, but that wasn't
And then I
very
went to the
attractive.
salon.
Like she was so fair.
But nowadays, I mean, I get online and all my friends' kids have like pink hair, purple hair, blue hair, green hair.
Right, that was
and it's
also
perfectly
more
acceptable.
in. It's more in.
Well,
like
black
that's
was in the other. I mean, black was in. A lot of people died. It was very goth.
right. It was very goth, and her skin was so pale. I mean, it was just kind of like doing a Wednesday Addams.
Well, now it's more acceptable, whatever. But yeah, and I did red for a little while. I would love to be a redhead.
I always
would
wanted
love
to have red hair. I want auburn
I do not
hair.
have the coloring for that though. I'm
Like my
way
friend
too...
that we played softball with from our elementary school, Colleen. She has
Oh, yeah.
gorgeous auburn hair.
I always wanted red hair.
It's not bright orange. It's not fire truck red. It's gorgeous auburn hair.
I always wanted red hair. I mean, like real red hair.
Yeah.
Not like when I dye it red, it's like a burgundy red. It's like a hideous. Yeah, it's not like okay. We're done. Okay, look, we're fucking rambling about fucking hair color. For fuck's sake, look. I can't. Okay.
Okay. See you next
And
week.
we're not doing the delve deck because now we're like way out of time. So
We didn't need to do it.
I know, but sometimes people like it. So like I've gotten feedback that like people like the delve deck.
Okay, we'll do it next
But
time.
maybe next time. So okay. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a
Yes.
great week. We'll see you next week.
Have a great week.
Bye.